ready or not, here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Prepare to be caught. Here I come now. Let's play hide and seek.
Can somebody please tell me what the hell is going on here? Unfreaking real. I don't even know what to think anymore, you guys. I mean, it's come to a point now where it's like, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I've always felt like everybody was involved. Everybody and their dog. Poor Murphy. He probably got involved, didn't even mean to. I'm looking for my... What am I looking for? Why can't I find it? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you, you guys. Argument A. DM's phone records contained in Exhibit S1 for November 13th, 2022, and BF's testimony contained in Exhibit 2A as to what DM told her should be allowed at trial. In the case at bar, starting on November 13th, 2022 at 2:10:29 seconds, DM sends a text message to EG. Do we all know who that is, right? Little Mr. Eric Gower? So that's at 2:10. Uber driver to the EG Uber driver to inquire if he is driving. The state submits this text message exchange is not hearsay because it will not be offered for the truth of the matter asserted. Example. This is so messed up. Example. EG's driving status. So what in his driving status renders this not, you guys, renders this not being, or not here, it sounds like they're not going to be able to use this, right? So that's what they're, for example, that's his driving status. So that makes me wonder what his driving status was. Was he, what my first thing goes to, and this is terrible, but it goes to SA. It goes to people that, that have a record in that or registered. That's what I first think of, and I do not know why. It just goes right straight there. Instead, it would be offered to show a timeline for the night. Example, DM was awake and texting at 2:10:29. From 4:19:07 to 4:21:50, DM attempts to call BF. Xana Kernodle, Kaylee Gonzalez, and Maddie Mogan all calls unanswered. The records of these calls are not hearsay as they each do not meet the definition of a statement. Oral assertion, written assertion, or nonverbal conduct intended as an insertion under IRE 81 parentheses A. From 4:22:08 to 4:24:27, DM and BF send these following text messages. Hold on to your shit, you guys. DM to BF. No one is answering. DM to BF. I'm really confused right now. DM to Goncalves, Kaylee. DM to Goncalves. What's going on? BF to DM. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? BF to DM. Xana was wearing all black? DM to BF. I'm freaking out right now. DM to BF. No, it's like ski mask almost. BF to DM. Shut the fuck up. BF to DM. Actually, DM to BF. Like he had something over his head and little nose and mouth, little ND mouth. I'm not sure what that means. Over his head and little ND mouth. Maybe nose, mouth. DM and BF. DM to BF. BF. I'm not kidding. Oh, I'm so freaked out. BF to DM. So am I. DM to BF. My phone is going to die. Fuck. BF to DM. Come to my room. BF to DM. Run. BF to DM. Down here. You guys. Holy mother of God. My heart is racing so fast right now. There's so much in this. If they wouldn't have brought this out, all this stuff This stuff should have been brought to light, so long ago. I cannot believe this is even going down. This is unreal. Unreal. And what the fuck? Wasn't she supposed to be asleep? I'm so confused. Now you think you're confused, DM? I'm very confused. I'm really confused right now. Okay, so no one is answering. So say all DM, but the first 4. No one is answering. I'm really confused right now. And then she calls Kaylee's phone. Kaylee, or texts Kaylee's phone. Kaylee, what's going on? Second one. And then BF to DM twice. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? And BF to DM. Xana was wearing all black. Oh, that was BF to DM. That's interesting. So maybe there was something said. Okay, there had to be something said prior to this where they would bring that up about why Xana was wearing all black, or if she was wearing all black. There had to be something else included in this for that to be said. No, it's like a ski mask almost. Shut the fuck up, actually. See, this is one thing, too, that these guys are always allegedly pranking each other. It's pretty much all the frat and sororities. You hear it throughout the whole, any of the universities that they're always pranking each other. Well, when I think of them as pranks, what they're doing, it seems like they're more trying to scare the shit out of you and get away with something, that, nefarious is what it sounds like with all of them that I've read. Not just this one, but a lot of them. Now, in the beginning, it was brought out that that DM. Now I'm doing the initials. That DM wanted Kaylee to come because she was always pulling pranks on her. They were on each other and stuff. And I guess Kaylee apparently did the same thing. And one of them was over Halloween. It shows in the Venmos. It shows fake fight. That's what it said. And it sounded like it was between Kaylee was talking to some other people that I didn't recognize their names, and then they were doing the laughy thing. So it was like a fake fight. So it was like a prank is what it was alleged, what it sounds like it was supposed to be, right? Now, I don't know what happened there. I don't have any clue what that's all about. But it just goes back to the pranks that those guys did and to the boys on Banfield saying a fake person. I mean, they had to say a fake person for a reason, right? So why did they say that? Did they already see this person who they thought was this, here's what I'm thinking. This is, oh my God, this fake person. So if they think the cop is fake, right? Would they think a fireman was fake? And that they were trying to prank them? Sure enough, they would. And what about a cop and a fireman? And that's also been going around in the police reports, you guys. It's been, they're literally calling the cop shop, 911 call, saying there's 2 people banging on my door saying that they're Moscow police officers. There's ones that say that they're IRS. There's ones that, they're all different things, but a lot of them say that they're the cops. So shut the fuck up. What the hell is going on? So not only that, let's go to Gower here. Okay, hold on just a second here. Let's get to the footage of this car in this footnote here. One of them, they're talking about this is no continuous footage linking the vehicle of 1112 King Road footage and that from the Ridge Road. Additional surveillance footage depicts vehicles, but not identifiable vehicles. So they took, this is so seedy, you guys. This is about as low as it gets. This is lower than low. This is downright, I don't even know what to call this. It's so low what they did. Putting this, sewing this shit together, making a full blanket out of stuff, out of little bits and pieces of scrap here and there that don't amount to anything. In the case for him, for Kohberger. For somebody it does, but not for him. So they're trying to make sew this blanket together, and they need a scrap from here, and a scrap from here, and a scrap from here. Well, that's what they did with this video. They put it all together to make it look like it was this one car. That is disgusting. And that is reaching, oh my God. That is like, that's like, do your goddamn jobs, dudes and women. Do your jobs, and you wouldn't have to do this kind of crap. In fact, no one should do this stuff. Not have to do that. No one should do it, period. This is so, I am mad right now. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about Maddie with the 3DNA, because listen to this. They put that whole college town and the ones around it and who knows how far out in danger by telling him that no one was SA'd. Yep, I know. It doesn't say they're SA'd. I get it. But you got to think logically. Why would Maddie have the DNA of 3 different guys underneath her fingernails? Well, I can tell you one reason, and that was if she was SA'd. And this is disgusting. I'm so sorry, Maddie. God, Maddie, I'm so sorry. Is that why they drugged her up? Because they were going to do that to her? So we all know who was paying lots of attention to her downtown, right? The grub truck. We all seen it. We all know who put up the sleeper hand, like, oh, man, he's going to go to sleep. And then somewhere in the Linda Lane stuff you hear, Maddie's pills wearing off. What did they give her? What did they put in her drink? Disgusting. So disgusting. I don't even know. You know, this is so difficult to think that people would do this to, you know what? Protect their own. What is making them go way out in bumfuck Egypt to pull this stuff in, to make this blanket that's not even a real blanket? It's literally going to fall apart at the touch of it pulling one string. It's going to take that thing down. It's going to all just fall to the ground. Little teeny scraps all over the place. Unable to be picked up again, because when this happened, they don't go back and they don't find the real person that did it. They just leave those scraps there for somebody else to pick up down the road, or sweep under the carpet to get later, or bury it with their other stuff they buried in order to get later. How many secrets do they have? Literally, how many burial spots do they have? Who's the keeper of the burials, the sacred grounds? Who is that keeper? Got to be somebody. Somebody's got to know all those secrets, and that would be a heavy weight to bear. Boy, I'll tell you what. That would be a heavy one. But the thing I just go back to is Lanier standing up there in the middle of whatever he was talking about. Out of the blue, he says, and none of them were SA'd. The minute he said that, I knew in my gut that he said that because that did happen. Now, I don't like to talk about it. In fact, I haven't talked about it because I just don't feel it something appropriate to talk about, for one. And I'm only doing it now because this has been brought out, and it has to be brought out, and it has to be discussed because of the reason they have buried it. And they made it sound like nobody's in trouble, nobody's in danger, everybody's all golden, right? Yeah, just walk with somebody else, walk with a friend, you'll be fine. Yeah, well, whatever. Meanwhile, here's Bill saying in his presser that he's not worried. The question was, would you let your kids go back to the university after this happened? And Bill was like, yeah, there's really no danger, is basically saying, right? And then she might have asked him another question or something, and then he says the reason why is because I know more about this case than has been brought to the public, right? So we didn't know what he knew is what he was saying. It's what he was saying. So my thing is, what is that? Do you know who did this, and that's why you're not scared? Do you know them, and you know that they wouldn't do anything to you and your family, or immediate people around you? Who are you protecting? That's more like, who are you protecting? I mean, you got to think of these kind of things because, he's got kids. His kids probably have kids. I mean, he's older than the hill. He's probably got freaking, I don't know how many generations down. But, Not only that, but Fry's got people in there. You've got Green, his son. Green's son, the frat guys that walked across the Banfield that got tickets, the frat they belong to is the same one that President Green's son Nick belongs to. And he was president at that time that happened. Just like Reed, Mr. Fireman, was president of Sigma Chi when all this went down. This is so sickening. And what the hell is DM texting Eric for? How the hell does she know Eric? And why is she texting him? Why was she texting Eric? In the case at bar, starting on November 13, 2022 at 2:10. Okay, you guys. Sends a text message to EG, Uber, to inquire if he is driving. So, okay, so are you still driving? Because he just dropped those girls off, right? She's inquiring if he's driving. So she wants to know something from him. How does she have his, is he that big of a deal in the community that he's the one that does all the Uber driving for these people? How does she have his number just to text him like that? Or know him well enough just to text him like that? Are you driving? At 2:10. So 10 minutes after the girls got home. Well, 12 minutes. Right? She sends a message to him and inquires if he is driving. The state submits the text message exchange as not hearsay, but it will not be offered for truth of the matter asserted. Example, IG, driving status. Oh, driving status. I got that wrong. Driving status. She's inquiring his driving status. Are you driving? That's what she meant by driving status. Why I went to the other thing, I don't know. Sometimes I do that because I have a gut feeling. I don't know what it is. But I did, and I'm not taking it back. Instead, it would be offered to show a timeline for the night. Example, DM was awake and texting at 2:10:29. Yeah, there you go, right? Dang. Ann, you're just a brilliant one. I love it. And then from 4:19:07 to 4:21:50, DM attempts to call BF. So this is after. Okay, so at 2:23, that's when the person runs over to the. That was Dylan. Oh my God! I knew that was her vehicle. Oh fuck! Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. This is okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh, Jesus, man. So, all along, you guys know that DM got a new vehicle, too. She has that Jeep Wrangler. And that thing has always made me think that was a Jeep that was over there. Not your typical boxy square Jeep, but the newer ones or whatever. And I've always thought that. And then when that girl comes back at 6:34, whatever, 6:36 in the morning, that same morning, leaves at 4:23, that comes back at 6:36 or whatever it was, and looks like she's carrying a dog. Parks in the same exact parking spot that she pulled out of. Just like when that person gets out of the vehicle and runs, I've always thought it sounds like a girl who's wearing like flip-flops. It's all I pictured in my head when I heard that sound. That was DM. She was leaving the house. So if she's texting at 4, okay, she's texting B from 4:19 to 4:21, DM attempts to call BF. Okay, so 4:22:08 to 4:24, BF sending the following text message. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe she didn't run. Okay, so 4:24, because it was at 4:23. I swear, what if, here's another scenario. What if Emma was there? What if she was, and what if she was borrowing DM's vehicle? Because I do believe that she was there. I always have, and I always will. I need more tech. I need to know more. I doubt they stopped here. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. I'm going to get this out there. I love you. I'm so sorry. All the cuss words. I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset about just it all. I mean, this is just, it's disgusting what prosecution has done. They've withheld this stuff. They've made it one person that's in jail, made it look like he's a monster and he's done all this himself and the only one-man show. Yet look at what we're seeing now. There's so many people involved in this. And when you start listening to the sounds of the hoops and the hollers and the stuff that's going on, and then you look at the timing when Saeed and the other guys walk down, you guys, it's like 2 minutes apart from each other. And there's all this going on that they took out of those body cams that you hear in other Linda Lanes. You hear the hooping and hollering. And it's the same type of hooping and hollering. It's just different people you can hear doing it. But the person that's doing the initial stuff, the original stuff, that one's still there. But it sounds like other people are even with them, or they're, because I'm sure those first guys or whatever, they're like, I'm out of here. Who knows what they did to, and how long they did stuff to. It's all hearsay, you guys. Sorry, speculation. But I've never not thought that the frats were not involved. They are involved, in my opinion. And I can't think any other thing. And if they are, and here's the thing. When you've got people that are delivering that kind of stuff around there, you've got that type of activity with the rugs and stuff, sure, big dealers are going to come in and they're going to disperse it to people, one lower than them. And then that person that's lower than them is going to disperse it to one lower than them. So on and so forth. Until it gets to whoever. I mean, to the person that basically is a user, but they're, as it goes down, they're probably all using and then selling it for the money to actually use it for their own use. And that's probably why they're doing it. But the ones up top, like, so he's saying that you got those main guys that I was, in that just got busted, with the gang, with the JJB gang, with the prison gang, right? I don't like to say that first A word. I just don't. So you've got them. And then you've got the ones down, which is the ones we see in the, well, I don't know, because they were delivering stuff to them, so they're kind of on an equal grounds, it kind of seems like. But then you've got the ones that they've got to deliver their stuff to, that deliver to the next one down. So when it gets to the university over there, and they're dang straight, they're delivering that stuff. Dang straight, someone's bringing that stuff to that university to get rid of it, to sell it, to give, off it to kids and stuff so they can do their thing on the weekends or whatnot. So who do you think gets that stuff throughout those walls in that university? Students do. Absolutely, students do. Because they're the ones that are in those walls, they sleep there. They're able to get in and out. They know the codes to the buildings because they go to school there, right? That's who does. So there's somebody, in my opinion, in those frats and sororities, and maybe there's other students probably that aren't, but I'm sticking to that because this is how it feels to me, and has always felt to me. And yes, it's hearsay, and yes, it's speculation. I've read enough things, I've seen enough things to know that is a high probability that is what happened, right? So are they related to possibly the bigger guys up? Maybe. There's a lot of interesting names going around, and they all start connecting, right? We've got cops to the dealers, we've got judges, and now I just connected. There's a guy in jail, and he's connected to the guy that owns all the King LLCs now, and this kid's in jail right now for rug stuff. So the whole thing I feel right here is that they're protecting their own. Not just their town or their university, but they're protecting their own. Their own. That's why Bill wasn't afraid of his kids going back there if he had kids at the time going to college. That's why he wasn't afraid. Because they're not going to come after their own. This is pure speculation, all my opinion. Why was Green crying? Was he crying for the students that were killed? Or was he crying because he was feeling like he had to cry, release that pressure, knowing that it wasn't his son? Or maybe, there's something going on. And they know it. They all know it. They know who it is, in my opinion. And that's why that's being protected. That's why they're taking it. They're saying this is a one-man show. When we all know this can't be a one-man show. We've heard it. The whole thing, Linda Lane, if it was fake, like people say, then why would somebody make a fake surveillance tape? Numerous ones too, not just one, but numerous. And then go in and scrub all the stuff out of it to make us believe it wasn't fake. Why even bring up a tape in the first place? Why even make that happen? It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense that those are fake. Yeah, stuff's been added, taken out. I get it. It's been scrubbed. There's stuff covering stuff up. So my another question is, has Anne seen those before they were scrubbed? Or is she not privy to what's underneath all that scrubbing? Because if that's the case, we got some people she needs to be looking at, right? We got some true killer crime that she needs to be looking at some of their stuff. She needs to be looking at my stuff and Rolo's stuff and on down the line. Kara's, how she's deciphering the words and stuff. Down the line. People need to be watching these because this case is something else, man. God help. God help the innocent. Maddie, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry, baby girl. Kaylee, I'm sorry. And Xana, I'm sorry. And Ethan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all. I wish I could make it better, but the only thing I can do is do what I'm doing. So we gotta find you guys justice, right? All right. I'm gonna take 30 seconds of quiet if you guys would like to do that with me. Okay, let's go. Breathe this out of here. Kitty tried to come up in my lap. I was like, we're trying to be quiet, little girl. Okay, I love you guys.